All right, it is, I think about 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it's a little late. Well, I know it's a little late. Usually I'm out here about 7. And now that it's getting light about 7, that's usually when I'm out here. But 8 o'clock right now. And everybody is hungry, or they think they are. So I'm feeding the goats first. And I guess chickens. These chickens are doing really well out here. There's 5 of them, and I don't know where the other 2 are over there with the other goats. And that rooster, that gray rooster, comes in here with them when he wants to. He doesn't stay in here, which is really odd. Usually roosters stay with their hens, but he comes and goes. So I don't know if they're breeding or not. And so remember, these these chickens, these hens came from a laying house. I need to get some more water there here in a minute. They came from a laying house, and so they're just egg layers. So I don't know if he's actually breeding with them or not. I'm going to have to collect some of their eggs and try to hatch them, see how many he's fertilized, rather. Good morning, kitty. So the first thing I do is feed everybody so that they are quiet, so that they'll leave me alone. Everybody's starving, especially when you're an hour late and getting breakfast ready. Isn't that right, kitty? She shares that with Axel and Shade, and then there's that orange tomcat that comes up here and quite often now. Here comes Shade. Not Shade, here comes Axel. You ready for breakfast? Are you ready for breakfast? And here come the ducks. So I'm going to go into the shop, get some chicken feed for the ducks, for these roosters out here, for the hens over there, and feed these the bucks over here. And then I got to feed the pigs and check on waters. Well, I'm gonna have to clean waters. There's no doubt about that. Glad to see the cows over here because I need to look at them. We got to talk about them for a minute. There you go, buddy. Want some of that? Set it down. You ready, Flint? There you go, bud. Good morning, Caleb. I've already seen you this morning, buddy. You being a good boy? Of course he is. Of course he's being a good boy. He's born a good boy. Can we share this? Can we share this with some other people? Like this guy? Like the ducks? Can we share it? Nope. He's not good at sharing. He hasn't gotten that one figured out yet. There's Shade. Hey guys, come on. Good morning, ladies. Y'all ready? This is where I feed them every morning. And they've got it figured out. Hi, Tucker. Did you finish your breakfast already? Can I feed the chickens? Can I feed the chickens this morning, buddy? Okay, hang on. Let me dump it. Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Good boy. Smile. Smile for the camera. That's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. Good boy. So it is Saturday, the 30th, I think. 29th, 30th of March. I'll have to look that up. But so it's Saturday and it's time to fill up the bucket in the big coop of food. Their automatic feeder. I do that on weekends. And so today would be that day. I'd have to clean out all the waters today too. I won't put that on video just because nobody likes to sit and watch that over and over. But I am letting you know that that will get done today. Now let's see if I can get this bird food in here without the turkey attacking me. Hey, come here. I need to see you. I was needing to talk to you this morning. Nope. Nothing going on yet? It's a little early. Hey, lady, come here. Let's talk. Well, she might be developing a little bit of a bag there, actually. Can't. Not much. But yep, there may be something there. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, Blizzard. See if I can get this open without getting attacked by the turkey. They still had some in here. That surprises me. You want some of that? Sorry. Bad thing. Watch him. Okay. Somebody's been eating an egg. There's 3 there. We got this nest up the other day, yesterday. That Greg said that hen was broody, but I never saw her on it. But somebody's eating eggs. And I think that one may be cracked. It's one of these death layers. I need to get rid of them. One of those 3 death layers is doing it. Man, I need to clean this out. Yeah, I need to clean this place out. I need to put a board here to put this here. I don't want it up here because this would be too high. But I need to mount this, and I need to put some like nesting material for them to lay in so that they'll quit doing this. Any more eggs? Nope. Here comes the turkey. He's waiting on me not to look. But that isn't going to happen. All right, I got to go put this up. And I got to give Tucker an egg. I promised him an egg. I didn't have one in the house this morning, so I had to get one from them. Then I got to feed the pigs, and those pigs are huge. They're growing very quickly. I'll be back. We're going to talk about you just in a second. They're getting big. All right, I'm over here with the pigs and Red and that cow. And the pigs are getting excited because I'm a little late getting here. What are you guys doing? Why do you do that with your water? Why? Okay. They run for me when I go in, but then they come up before I ever get out because of the food. Well, they're not going too well. There they go. They want to come up here, but okay. Brought some eggs, guys. I might have accidentally opened that one. Let me set this down. I do that a lot. I want to point out, we've had quite a few pretty good storms, and then we had those high sustained winds. I don't know how high the winds were, but that sucker is still there, which does surprise me. When the first storm and the first winds came up, I thought for sure, at the very least, that tarp would be gone. Now, I have gone and zip tied the boards and the cattle panel with metal zip ties, so I thought they had a chance to stand, but I just knew that that tarp would be gone, but it's still there. All right, you guys know that I have Red over here and this cow over here. I was trying to wean Red from her mother, the biggest cow that I have over there. And also this one last year lost her calf, and I think it was to vultures or buzzards or whatever you want to call them. I came home and she was at the very back of the field, and she was guarding her calf from a bunch of these birds. What, vultures, buzzards, is that the same thing? Leave me a comment down below. Are vultures and buzzards the same thing or no? But anyway, I went out there and he was fresh born. She'd cleaned him up a little bit, but he didn't have any eyeballs. They'd already gotten the eyeballs from him. And so a lot of you left comments about, you think it was the birds, because I mean, they were there, and that's what they do. They take the eyeballs first, and they take them as they're coming out, as they're giving birth. And so he was probably murdered before he ever hit the ground. That's my guess, based on your comments and then some of the reading that I did because of your comments. Because of your comments, I went and did some research. So I have her over here with Red to keep Red company while we're weaning her, and then also I can keep a closer eye on her. We put the bull with them at the end of July last year, so I don't really expect them to give birth until well, this is the 29th or 30th of March, so the first I think today's the 29th. I think the first is Tuesday of April, and I don't expect anybody to have a chance of giving birth until the end of April or maybe into May. I don't know when he bred them. I didn't see that happen, but he usually doesn't waste any time doing that. They usually go into heat and he gets them covered pretty quickly. That has been the experience with this bull and these cows. So let me go in here and show you something. Okay, Red, excuse me. I'm going to need you to back up just a little bit. I'm going to need you to back up just a little bit. Come on. Watch the horns. Watch the horns. Well, hello. Hello. You going to let me pet you? No. Yes? Maybe? Can I pet you? she's rubbing her head on my leg. You be careful with that, Red. Okay, let's go. They want me to feed them. Let's go. So we have them in here, like I said, to wean Red, protect her baby. And I've been putting hay at the end over here. And I'll just give you a heads up, if you were watching the videos, wasn't able to get all of the wrap off of the hay, just by the cows trying to get out and pushing the hay. And we don't carry it on forks. We push it in here because the tractor's not big enough. So I'll have to get the wrap up, or have the boys come get the wrap up. But so we have this out here, and I don't know how much land that is. It's not enough to have 5 cows on. But the idea was, just during the time that they were supposed to give birth, is to bring them up here so that I can keep a better eye on them. She was way back in the very back, and I couldn't, even if I'd gotten home on time, I couldn't have gotten to her on time. And so I was going to, I have them in here and have them locked away from this, so that I was letting the grass grow. And as you can see, it's growing pretty good. There's plenty of grass out there right now. So I think what I'm going to do, there's not enough grass to hold all of them in here for over a month, I don't think. I've got this hay here that they're still eating on. There's a bale out there that I haven't opened yet, that's outside the fencing. The other hay, I put that fencing around it so that they couldn't get to it when I did put them in here. So there is hay there if they eat all the grass. But like I told you, we're pushing the hay out with the tractor rather than picking it up with hay forks or whatever you call it. And so it would be a little bit difficult to open that up and get another bale out quickly if I needed it. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to release them or not. This is not much grass in here, but I think what I want to do is let these two out into that so they can get some grass. I don't know yet. This is there's not a lot there. I mean, it's full, but it's just like, that's not a big area. So I think they've been over here. Well, I had them over here for a little bit and they escaped, and we had to fix the fence. So Red got back with her mother after I'd had her over here a couple of weeks. And I think they have been back over here a month or 6 weeks. And I don't know if that is, I don't know if that's good enough to wean her. I don't know if I put her with Mom, if she would start nursing off of Mom. And I don't need that to happen, because Mom is bred and she needs to replenish for the baby. She needs to have colostrum ready for when she does give birth again. Let me take a look at you, lady. Are you getting close at all? Can we talk just for a minute? Yeah, I'm just gonna look. I don't see any. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Are you producing milk? Can I see the back end at all? Come on. Can't tell for sure. It looks like she might be producing a little bit of milk. I don't know. She might be bagging up. So I've been standing out here watching the cows and thinking about this. And I think what I'm going to do, I think it's too early to release them. I think it's too early. It's definitely too early to bring the other cows in. And I want the other cows to be closer too, because I don't want that to happen again. That cost a lot of money, and the cow was very upset about it, and it's, you know, a loss of life for nothing. I think what I'm going to do, not with one hand though, apparently, I'm going to pause this and open this, and I'm going to let them out and let them graze on some grass this weekend, and then maybe Sunday bring them back up here in the evening and put them back up in here for another week before I release them out here for good. Okay, I don't remember if this goes all the way back this way. I guess it does. Yeah. Come on, cow. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Really? Come on. Y'all look at that green. I know that's not grass. That's like all weeds behind them. But look at the green. Isn't it pretty? I got all three of the cats up here. I've got Shade and Kitty right there. And then Axel. Come on, Red. Look at this. Look at this. I got to find something to keep this open in case the wind blows it. The water is up here, and they've got to be able to get to it. Y'all didn't come through very far, did you? Those other ones have plenty of grass over there, but they're wanting me to feed because they saw me feeding this morning. See, she is pretty friendly. Somebody work with her, she might make some sort of a milk cow. She's a Dexter. I don't think her genetics are for milking, but I mean, if you don't need a whole lot, she's sweet. So I got part of this wrap and tied it up here. Are you doing okay, Red? You gonna eat too much of that? Yep. Gonna get the runs, aren't you? Maybe we'll slow you down. You're not skinny. Look at that. As I'm watching Red and this other cow eat, I'm thinking maybe I might come back out here in a couple hours and put them back up for a little while and let them out again tomorrow. They may overdo it. There's some grass in here, but it's mostly like this stuff. And would you guys leave in the comment what you think that is? Each year, somebody leaves in the comments that is, that poisonous weed. I can't think of the name of it right now. But we have all been out here. We've been walking through it each year. We've weed-eated it. Some of the cows have eaten some of it, I think. I know the goats have, because we used to have, up here, we used to have a couple of the bucks. We had, we had Chase and someone else up here when we first moved in over here. And so, I don't know. I didn't see them eat it, but they had to have. Like when the steers, when I finished out the steers, there was none of this left. And I don't know if it was because they trampled it down or if they ate it or what. But they flower out. They get real tall, about 4 foot, I think, and flower out with white flowers all over it. Let me know what you think. So I went ahead and gave the pigs some fresh water. They like their mud though. Like here, I don't know how long it takes them to get it all messed up, but I'll come out later today and it'll be either empty or full of mud. That one's just getting a drink, but they get in it and they stand in it. I think they're doing it on purpose. I'm waiting here for this stock tank to fill up. So yesterday, Cassie from Walker Farm Fam and I went to an auction. We went to an exotic livestock auction, and they have like exotic animals. They have, usually monkeys and zebras and stuff like that, but they also sell chickens, and sometimes the chickens are a rare breed or an unusual breed, and they sell turkeys, and they have exotic animals, but they also have regular common animals, common livestock that you would see on farms around here. So we went to that. We go to those the people are interesting, for one thing, to watch the people buy and sell. They spend lots of money on camels and zebras and stuff. It's crazy. But we also look at what is out there as far as chickens, poultry, turkey, things like that. There wasn't hardly anything there as far as chickens go. And so that was disappointing. But what was very interesting last night is the price that the bottle baby goats went for. They were Nigerian dwarf. They weren't registered. one of the, or couple of the bucklings sold for over $300. Like, I have never seen an unregistered buckling sell for that much. It was crazy. I wish I'd had bucklings there to sell at that time. This water's getting full, so I'm going to turn it off. But I've never seen that. And the does, they didn't go cheap. They went pretty high. I don't think there was a buckling that went for less than $125. I mean, I don't remember it. I could be wrong there, but there were several there. There was a woman that had them there, a bunch of bottle babies. And when they sold for that much, she left and came back with a whole bunch more bottle babies. Now, they didn't keep to the $300 price range, but they never did get down real low. I mean, it was crazy. I've never seen that before. So that in itself was interesting to see at the auction, just to see. These goats are everywhere. Nigerian dwarfs, you can get them everywhere, and people can pull them off their mothers and put them on bottles. A lot of times these goats have multiple babies, and so sometimes you have to pull them off their mothers. They, you know, first-time mothers often reject their babies. They're bottle babies all over the place. You can find them everywhere, and so why they went for so much at this auction is beyond me. It's crazy. I'm gonna check this water here. Or say milk. I'm gonna check the cow's water over here. They have to at least have some before I go in. I'm gonna go in and eat some breakfast and then come back out. They got some, but I'm gonna make sure they got some more. I'm gonna come back out and finish cleaning out waters and watering everybody. I almost forgot. I've got birds in the front yard that I need to feed. The first batch of birds that I got at the swap meet are pretty much ready to come outside. They went outside anyway. I hope they do fine. They've been out a couple of days. As long as the temperature doesn't get low, and we're in the spring, it could freeze again, and that would be bad. But maybe by the time it does something silly like that, they will have all of their feathers. They have most of their feathers. Just on the head, they still have some of that, the baby stuff, I don't know what you call it, the baby feathers. But so I'm going to go over here, feed them real fast and let you see them. And then I have more in the brooder who are nowhere near ready to come outside, and I'm ready for them to come outside. And then I have some Jubilee hatching eggs in the incubator. So, I filled this water up. That was the first thing I did this morning, was rinse that out and fill it up. I forgot to feed them just a minute ago. But when I came outside, their water looked terrible. And that was the first thing I did this morning. And that's probably an hour ago. Get some of this hay out, straw, whatever it is. Oh, they've made a mess of that. I'm going to have to clean it out. I'm going to have to set it on a rock or brick or something to keep them from doing that. But look, got this mesh wire around so they can't get out, because they definitely can fit through there. And the camera's not focusing very well. A lot of roosters, it looks like. I mean, there are hens. Like this one right here, I think is a hen, this white one right here. And get back in there. This brown one over here that just took off, I think that's a hen. But most of them are roosters. Look at this guy right here. Yeah. I'm going to have to go to an auction and get rid of some roosters. So my plan is to have a whole bunch of hens, not a whole bunch of birds, right? So I'm going to have to take those to an auction. That's the quickest way to sell roosters. People, they eat them, and they some people need roosters for their flocks, but most of the time the roosters get eaten. But I mean, if you go to try to advertise them on Craigslist or something like that, I mean, you can't hardly give them away sometimes. But if you take them to an auction, I think people like bidding just like I got to turn the water on for the cows. I think people like bidding just like they like gambling or playing bingo or something like that. I don't know what it is, but you could try to give away a whole bunch of roosters and wouldn't be able to, but take it to an auction, somebody's going to bid on it. All right, I got that water on. So what I'm going to do with the hens, when these guys, when the people inside, when the chickens inside that are in the brooder now get big enough, I'm going to put them in that pen where those others are. And those hopefully will be big enough by then to come out here with the goats and these other hens. Because that fence goes back pretty far. I think with 4 does, a dog, and some chickens, I think it'll be okay, at least for a little while, huh? Will you share? You going to be nice to them? Yes, he will, because he's a good boy. That coop up there has got too many birds in it for its size. I think what I'm going to do is get some of that electric fit, like the Premier one, and put on the outside of it so I can let them out of that run. What? What, buddy? What is it, Titus? Maggie? You don't be mean. Don't be mean. Are you jealous, bud? Anyway, those birds up there, when these hens that I'm getting start laying, I'm going to sell the barred rocks. I'm going to keep that rooster, but I'm going to sell the hens, the older hen, the barred rocks, and the death layers aren't really old, but they're eating the eggs. They're cracking eggs, and I don't want that. So I'll probably sell the death layers and the barred rocks. The barred rocks, I think, are about 3 years old. They're still laying. I mean, you guys see me go out and get a bunch of eggs every day. Well, not every day. Every time I film, just about. So they're still laying. So I'm going to sell them while they're still laying. But they're getting too old for here. These that I'm hatching are going to replace these. And I'm going to have more hens. I'm going to have more eggs. Everybody gets eggs. All the dogs, the pigs, me, mom and dad. So that is the plan for the birds. So I'm just going to hang out here waiting for this to fill up, and it's almost done. If you are still watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for going with me to do my chores this morning. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Y'all go ahead, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video.